The scream wasn't loud, it was a soft, strangled sound, the kind a person makes when their world cracks quietly instead of shattering. I didn't realize it came from me until I felt my hand gripping the doorframe, knuckles bone white, heart crashing against my ribs like it was trying to break out. I hadn't meant to overhear anything. I'd only come home early because I'd finally made the decision. I'm leaving her. I'm done. After months of hollow silences, evasive smiles, and late-night meetings that reeked of lies, I was ready. But then I heard her voice. Honestly, my wife, Mara, said through the half-open patio door, I don't know what I did to deserve him. My breath froze. Her friends murmured, encouraging her to go on. He thinks I don't notice, she said with a shaky laugh. But he's been hurting for months. He hides it because he doesn't want to burden me. The wind shifted the curtains, giving me a clear view. 3 women around the patio table, wine half finished, faces softened by dusk. Mara's eyes glistened, not with the sly, distant coldness I'd imagined, but with something painfully tender. He looks at me like he's afraid I'll disappear, she whispered. And I hate myself because I'm the reason he's hurting. The words punched the air from my lungs. She knew. She noticed everything I thought she'd ignored. One of her friends squeezed her knee. Then tell him. He deserves that, at least. I'm scared, Mara replied. If I admit I messed up, if I tell him the truth, he'll leave. And I wouldn't blame him. The truth. My stomach knotted. A cold coil of dread slid down my spine as I listened, half wanting answers, half terrified of them. I didn't cheat. She paused. Not physically. But I let someone get too close. I let the attention get to me. I liked feeling seen. God, it sounds so pathetic. Her voice broke, and she covered her face. It was stupid, she continued. A coworker. He kept complimenting me, made me feel interesting again. I didn't shut it down fast enough. I didn't tell my husband because I didn't want him to look at me like I was someone else. Like I was, she swallowed. Unworthy. The patio went quiet. I felt dizzy, weightless. Betrayal, relief, fury, pity, every emotion collided painfully inside me. You didn't sleep with him, one friend said gently. But I wanted the attention, Mara whispered. Isn't that its own kind of betrayal? And now he's pulling away, and I don't know how to reach him. I think he's planning to leave. I can feel it. Her voice cracked again. And I deserve it. The guilt hit me so hard I almost laughed. She thinks I'm pulling away because I somehow sensed her emotional affair, when really, I was too trapped in resentment to talk to her at all. A chair scraped. One of her friends stood. Then talk to him before it's too late. Mara nodded, wiping her cheeks. Tonight. I'll tell him everything tonight. I stepped back from the door just as the patio light flicked on, shadows stretching across the floor. I felt like a man returning from war, shell-shocked, unsure of which version of the world was real. She hadn't physically cheated. But she hadn't been faithful, either. And I had all but abandoned her emotionally. Both of us had been standing on the same fault line, waiting for the other to make the first crack. When she finally walked inside, our eyes met, hers wide and frightened, mine raw and storming. And in that suspended moment between confession and collapse, I realized the most terrifying truth of all. The real betrayal wasn't hers alone. It was ours.